Hi guys, welcome to today's pick a card reading on their feelings towards you at this time. What are their overall and most significant feelings towards you at this time? Here we have Dragonstone with a regular tarot deck. This is Ocean Jasper with the Grand Lux Tarot. And this is Labradorite with the Light Seers Tarot. Okay, so just take a look and you can either just focus or you can pause and focus in on whichever one draws you in the most and you're most interested in, and we will get into your reading. Hi, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Dragonstone Heart, it's also called the Serpentine Heart or Serpentine Crystal Stone, you have reached your pile in the regular tarot. Okay, so Serpentine, if you haven't seen one of my other readings, or Dragonstone, it's a grounding stone, and it's meant to be used for self-confidence and oomph. People use it in jewelry a lot, and yeah, so it's a grounding stone. It helps with regulating emotions and communication. It assists with communication as well. So, and whenever I get a crystal or a gem or a stone, I usually try and get in a heart because I'm just like that. So let's get into this. What does your person feel towards you at this time, Pile 1? Everything you need to know to book a reading with me is below in the description of this video. Assign genders and identities as you wish. Tarot was made a long time before you and me, and it's about the development of energy through the Fool's Journey, which you can Google the Fool's Journey. That's what tarot is about. If you don't like shuffling, fast forward. And please assist the algorithm with your likes, shares, and subscribes, and your comments especially. These pick card piles, people enjoy them so much, and that's how YouTube knows to send these out. Okay, so let's get into your person's overall and most significant feelings towards you. Pile 1. Please, Spirit, please show me Pile 1's person's overall and most significant feelings towards Pile 1 this time. Spirit, please show me person's overall and most significant feelings this time. Spirit, overall and most significant things that Pile 1 person is feeling towards Pile 1 at this time. Bottom of the deck, Star, which I don't know if I'm supposed to cover her up. We will just be double sure. So the star is all about healing. And it can also represent actually being like a star in your community or a real celebrity or, that kind of thing. But normally it's about rejuvenation and healing, and it's a major arcana card. So, and it's also a wish card. So this is a fabulous start, and this is the card permeating your reading. So let's see what else is going on here. Okay, so just remember the stars permeating everything. So being a wish, being healing, being a well-known person in your community, or an actual celebrity, or maybe you have you or they have their own online platform of some kind, which is really normal nowadays. So their energy right now in this connection is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is being at a crossroads. So that can be choosing whether to stay, whether to go, whether to be with one partner or another partner, one business, another business. So I would say that this relationship is either at a crossroads right now, or they're deciding, trigger warning, between you and another person and possibly what to do about the situation. You, pile one, are happy, happy, joy, joy. This is the sun. It's the happiest card in the deck. It's also a Leo card, so they could be a fire sign. You could be a fire sign, a Leo specifically. And it's just happy, happy, joy, joy. Also, it can mean like illuminating something. So, in the past, recent past difficulties, we have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is a great guy. He's usually like a counselor or a teacher or something like that. He's always married. He is a great father. He's the kind of dad that you go to for a hug and to be told you're awesome. Not necessarily the one you want like some truthful, to the point advice from. He's the one that's gonna give you that ego boost and tell you you're awesome. He's very emotionally intelligent, has a very high emotional IQ, very intuitive and in touch with his heart space. On the negative side, he can kind of be emotionally constipated, can't get his words out, communication is tough, and he can be emotionally manipulative. So that is in your past difficulties. So there might have been some communication problems, especially in regard to expressing any type of emotion, or if anything was desired out of the relationship, or, you know, even keeping some things to themselves, which is like, you know, lying by omission. So that's manipulative, right? In the near future, we have the Six of Wands. So this will move on to calmer waters. If you guys are, it looks like a little bit of a stall, maybe. It'll move on to calmer waters. There's going to be a point in the near future where you guys kind of get to either talk this out, or just, you know, fades, you know, the stress of it, or the angst of it kind of just dissipates and fades away. In their heart space, they have the Seven of Wands. And so the Seven of Wands can be usually about being defensive or defending yourself. Sometimes it can be about having the upper hand, or, you know, wanting to fight for something. So we'll keep going, but it could be that they're defending their heart a little bit right now. In their physical 3D world, they are full speed ahead and focused. This is also, the Chariot's about win, go, 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 full speed ahead, action, action, action. It's a very win-lose card. So you winning or you losing. And it's also usually represents a car. So if you're traveling by car, so they could be traveling by car today, buying a car, passing a driver's something, you know, cars are really representative of that. Mentally, they're kind of looking at everything they can from every possible angle and taking a pause to do that, which makes a lot of sense with the Two of Wands, and being at the crossroads. They're trying to really look at this from all kinds of different perspectives and not make any rash, quick decisions, okay? Which is even clarified by your outcome, where you have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the loyal, stable, and committed knight. He's the slowest moving knight in the deck because he thinks progress, even if it's an inch, is progress. So he's very diligent, he's very methodical, he's one step at a time, one foot in front of the other, you know, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day kind of guy. Definitely a guy you want to be with. It's just not a quick mover, not a quick decision maker. Okay, loyal, stable, and committed though. Loyal, stable, and committed. So if he's with you, he's with you. Just everything might take forever, including, you know, him making some decisions on this and taking any action. Like, action will be taken, it'll just take time, and it'll kind of be on his timeline, not yours so much. So let's get, whoa, that was weird. Okay. My hand just went like that. Let's get their overall and most significant feelings towards you this time, pile one. This is called the Loving Messages cards with meanings. And I get all my decks from Etsy if I don't get them in person somewhere. You can get decks at Barnes & Noble. Sometimes that happens. Like this sucker is all like worn out. I really just need to make a trip over there and get like a $15 deck real quick. Please, Spirit, please share with me person's overall and most significant feelings. One at this time. Please, Spirit, please share with me what are the most important overall and most significant feelings one's person has towards them at this time. Please share with me one's person's overall coffin. So, new beginning, liberation, reborn, and transition, tragic endings. So, there might be some sort of ending or transformation that they are processing, and that could be part of what they're considering, is either ending it with you, trigger warning, or someone else. And the star is something that, you know, if there was an ending, it is a healing card, and it would definitely come after, you know, some type of pain, like tower, death, or whatever. So let's keep going and see. Coffee cup. Meeting and talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, building friendship. So it could be you guys with the Six of Swords, you go on a coffee date or tiny date, and you get to kind of discuss how this is going to progress. And they are probably, if you don't suggest it, they're probably going to suggest taking this very slow and seeing where it goes and starting as friends first, because that's going to be their comfort level. He can be a little stubborn. Mask, hiding true feelings, pretending and delude, gaslight, and personify. So yeah, so this is definitely something when you got, I'll pick up the King of Cups right now. That is, you know, how you had it in your recent difficulties. That's something he would do. He would totally, if he was in his not so great parts of him, his little shadow aspect, he would not be telling you how he felt. He would be too afraid to do that. You know, he would just not tell you things and play it off and not discuss it, right? Sword and Rose, clarity and truth, revelations, honor and protection, determination, which the Chariot is all about determination. So some kind of, you know how there's a sword and a rose, right? So there's a sharp thing and a beautiful thing, a not so great thing and a wonderful thing. So some sort of bittersweet thing might have come to light, or a truth. This could be very Ace of Swords. You know, it's got some truth and some clarity on something, and now we're thrown into the crossroads and needing to look at things from all angles and analyze it and chew it up. And shock, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, an epiphany, transformation. Exactly. That's probably exactly why we have the Star card coming out, which would really come 100% after a Tower moment. This card is exactly like the Tower or the Death card, an ending. So whatever shocking, surprising information or ending happened, it's just thrown this into a crossroads and them into their head. Date, get back out there, meeting someone new, setting a date, dating online. So you know, if you guys, either you could be out dating online, they could be dating online, or you guys met dating online and maybe you liked each other or whatever, and it just didn't really go deep like a King of Cups would normally go, which the King of Cups is also a water sign, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You just, you know, they were wearing a mask, they didn't go deep on it, y'all don't know each other like that, and maybe it was over before it started because some sort of truth came out or something like that. The Runner, fear of intimacy, running away, intensity and letting go, turmoil and fleeting. 100%, exactly what the King of Cups would do if he was like wearing a mask, didn't want to discuss, if he didn't, you know, if he didn't want to talk about it, he couldn't talk about it, he was emotionally constipated, verbally verklempt, you know, he's definitely gonna like take off and run and go hide, because it's like, oh my god, feelings, oh my god, I like them, but I can't, you know. It's very Page of Cups energies when all they have is the feelings and the love and the adoration and the infatuation, but talking about it, Page of Cups couldn't do that. And in this instance, we had a King of Cups that couldn't do that, right? That was having some issues. So let's get what they would say to you. So that's why they ran. If you're wondering why they ran, it's 100%. This is a reading where they definitely had feelings, okay? And it probably shocked them that they had feelings, especially if they're accustomed to being, you know, if this is in they're used to being kind of shut down, emotionally shut down, emotionally constipated, verbally, like if they choose to not go there and all of a sudden this stuff came up and they took off and ghosted out, like if this was in the outcome, this is definitely a ghosty ghost card. But it was in their mind space, so I went, it's more of a looking at it from different angles, because everything else is about forward movement with the Six of Swords and even the Knight of Pentacles and the Chariot. Oh, in their physical, like in the physical, they want to move this full speed ahead, but they're stalled out, right? By this time they get to the Six of Swords, and then they're even slower with the Knight of Pentacles. So this is going to go from, and that might feel weird and hurtful, but just don't, because this is like a lot. And so, it's a lot. You ever been overwhelmed and dipped out? It happens. Okay. What do they want to say? What do they want to say to you? Alright. And this is Andromeda Sky's Love Oracle. You can get this on Etsy. That's where I got it a long time ago, and it's still on there. What does pile one's person want to say to pile one at this time? What does pile one's person want to say to pile one at this time? Please share with me. What does pile one's person want to say to pile one at this time? Person have to the end of this time. Well, that is nice. It says, I love you. Secret feelings. So, healing from an ending, but they love you, or I'm not ready, right? No kidding. They ghosted out, they ran. We already know they're the runner, right? We already know. And that went right over coffee cup to shock to I'm not ready. Friends or family disapprove of this connection. And that's going over mask and date. So if people have opinions, they're kind of worried about what people think right now, and how people might judge them and stuff like that. Reminiscing. So very Six of Cups energy. They're thinking about you. Thinking about how, like, whatever time you guys got to spend together. Possibly looking at pictures. Things like that. I feel you is going over I'm not ready. Which means they could feel your energy. Or if, you've said something to them or there was a discussion. They feel you. Like they feel what you're saying. That's going over I'm not ready. Our story isn't over yet. It's going over friends and family disapprove of this connection. So if there's like traditional values or public judgment or business partners and things like that, every sign is pointing to they're going to overcome that. Us pretending to be someone else. No kidding. We have the mask. no joke. We already knew that. And that's going right over reminiscing. So they're thinking back and they're being like, dang, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have pretended I didn't have feelings, or act like a player when I'm not a player, or act tough when I'm not tough, you know, that kind of stuff. So, you know, definitely they understand where you're coming from, and they don't think this is over. It's not over, and there's no indication at all that all this is showing. Like in the physical 3D, you have he's like all systems, or that he, she, they are all systems go, like right now in their 3D world, or they're traveling in their near future. This will move on to calmer waters, very near futures. 6 of Swords, that's what it means. And then the outcome is the Knight of Pentacles, which is movement forward, albeit slow and thoughtful, and slow and methodical. So let's get some advice. This is the Truth deck. And the cards look like this. Or it's called the Get Your Truth. Please, Spirit, please show me what is going to happen. Give us some good advice on Pile 1 and Pile 1's person's relationship this time. Spirit, please share with me some really good, significant community. Yeah, so there really is something about friends and family being involved in this connection and having an opinion, and them being concerned about what people think, and having to deal with the social politics of something, you know. Pollen. Very good, meaningful, significant advice for power in their person's relationship. Speak your truth. So whenever you do get the opportunity to speak with them, and just be honest, you know, you can be sweet and be honest, so just remember that. But be honest, because that's probably what's going to progress things forward, or help them, you know, get over that crossroads, whatever it is. So if you're like, yeah, I want to be with you, that might be helpful to them. That might give them that oomph, because if they are not sure how you feel, they don't want to like say how they feel and be all like, ooh, you know, now you're not even friends, right? So just be honest, and boundaries are always important. Exciting news. So let's see what that means, but it could mean that you'll hear from them. Time apart. So if you're apart right now, which that's exactly what it looks like, or their exciting news could cause more time apart. You know, like things happen at work all the time. Better perspective, which we had the Hangman, right? He was thinking. That's exactly what it means. It's all about looking at things from different perspectives and stuff like that. So, I don't know, maybe your exciting news that was like the big shock that was like, did you tell them you liked them? And it freaked them out and they ran? And they had to go spend time away from you? Like the exciting news caused the time apart? And it's why they're getting the better perspective? It's not, oh, sorry, I'll show you. It's not personal, right? So, not one of my favorite cards, but I would really, in this, like, I don't see lying, cheating, stealing, or anything like that. So don't take their ghosting and running personal. They just really got overwhelmed. It has nothing to do with you. And in fact, like, you have I love you as one of the base things. So, it's not personal. They really got overwhelmed. Let it go. So whatever this time apart is, if you're kind of resentful and upset about that, just let it go. Let it go that they ran, because it doesn't look like it's over something bad. It looks like it literally is over the fact that they didn't expect to have emotions, or maybe they didn't expect you to feel the way you did, or say that you did like them. So they went and ran and dove into their little hole. So just kind of forgive them on that. Warning signs. So yeah. If there's any additional things, just pay attention to that. But if this is all it really is, just know, like, they're going to be prone to getting overwhelmed and needing a timeout on big emotional things, it looks like. So just make sure you're speaking your truth on that. And, they run into their little hole to get a better perspective and need time apart because this news was so exciting to them. Don't take it personal. Just let it go. Let it go, Elsa, because it really is good. And they love you and they see you as a star. And obviously something ended or changed or transformed here. So, and they might have to think about doing something like that. And it seems like there's a larger community or family or business thing involved, and a lot to consider on something that they weren't expecting to happen or talk about or acknowledge or discuss or whatever. So that's what I have for you today, pile one. Please help get this pick a card out with your likes, shares, and subscribes. I appreciate them so much. People like these readings. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, check out this description of this video below. Where's my mouse? Oh, I moved it. That's what happens when you move things. Hi, pile two. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Ocean Jasper Hearts and the Grand Lux Tarot, you have found your reading. So, Ocean Jasper is amazing, and I legit feel like I found like the prettiest piece like 4 or 5 years ago, and I really haven't seen another piece as beautiful as mine. And I was such a spaz that day when I got it, because it was so beautiful, and I was just like had this compulsion to buy it, and it was a pretty pricey piece for me at that time, but I got it, and I'm so glad because I ended up needing it. I had a daughter going through chemotherapy, and then another one getting married at that time, and my dad had just died 6 months before that, and there's a whole lot of other stuff going on. And if I did not have this, oh, you can see it. It looks better there. If I didn't have this, I don't know what I would have done. I really don't know. And even I haven't really need to use it, but I did end up using it this past weekend and just sitting it on top of my chest because I was dealing with some of those same problems from the past, and it's just they're coming up again right now. So ocean jasper is for regulating emotions. It regulates emotions. It helps promote belief in yourself, self-worth. It works with your heart chakra, your throat chakra, and your solar plexus chakra, and it's just really known for assisting in regulating emotions and turning those emotions into good, you know. So I am a huge believer in this, and not only in it, but I feel like I have the prettiest. It's my precious. I feel like I have the prettiest one. So everything you need to know about me is below in this description of this video, including how to get a personal reading. People really enjoy these pick a card readings, so if you could help the algorithm out with your likes, shares, and subscribes, and especially your comments, then YouTube knows to push out this pick a card reading, and people like them because they feel like they have control and they're determining, you know, however you got here, that's what people like to do. Please assign gender roles and identities as you wish. Tarot was made a long time before you and me, and it's about the development of energies through the Fool's Journey, which is what tarot is about, and you can Google that. If you don't like shuffling, fast forward. It's algorithm, me, shuffling. Let's get into this, pile 2. Let's see what your person's overall and most significant feelings towards you are at this time. Please, Spirit, please share with me. What are pile 2's overall? Oh, and last time I used the ocean jasper, it ended up being like a highly emotional reading. So that, and I didn't realize that until like a day later. I was like, dang, that pile's gonna need ocean jasper, you know. All right, please, Spirit, please share with me. Pile 2's person's overall and most significant feelings towards pile 2 at this time. Please, Spirit, please share with me. Pile 2's person's overall and most significant feelings towards pile 2 at this time. Please, Spirit, please share with me. All right, so the Hermit is the bottom of the deck, and it's the grounding energy of the deck and the energy that's going to be permeating the reading. So one or both of you are spending some alone time at the moment and are meditating, praying, self-reflecting. The answers of what's going to go on with this are going to definitely come from within. So let's take a look at what's going on. Okay, so Hermit permeating the deck. This is great. And the negativity that I see right now, is only in the near past. So there was some sort of fight, some sort of winning at all cost situation where, you know, people might have said some things they shouldn't have said that they can't take back now, you know, which would definitely cause people to go into isolation and reflect and consider, you know, like what is going on here. So, good news. Your person's overall, the space they're in is in the Page of Pentacles, or Page of Cups, I mean. And so the Page of Cups is, they're usually associated with emotional immaturity, right? So they are only capable of having the emotion. They're not capable of discussing the emotion, evaluating the emotion. They're just capable of being emotional. So that's that crush feeling, that's that smitten feeling. So they also represent children, all the pages do. And then this is a water sign, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is normally a Pisces. And so it doesn't have to be just somebody representing this energy. So that's the pages. They're usually just only capable of possessing the emotion, not too much more than that. And in their negative energy, they would tantrum like a kid, you know, because it's just emotion. There's no, it's innocent. They're innocent. It's innocent, right? And pure. And your feelings, this is interesting. You have the Four of Pentacles. So, this made you, like, Four of Pentacles is about holding on to something or holding back, holding things close to your chest. It can be about greed. So, and it can be about stubbornness. So you might be being a little stubborn and holding on to this fight right now, pile two. And I'm going to pretend like we're talking about a male, but in typical male fashion, if there's a fight, a lot of them fall in love. A lot of them fall in love at that moment. Sorry. Okay, so in the near future, you both have the Magician together. So both of you are going to do everything you can possibly think of and use every possible resource to manifest this thing into fruition again and move things forward. Just, you know, be careful about being deceptive and things like that. In their heart space, this is the Chariot. This is a Cancer card. So they are full steam ahead. Go, go, go. Win, win, win. Let's move this forward. It's a very much winning or losing card. So, and it's always a yes card when it's upright. And so in their heart, they are like all systems go. So this is their energy, innocent, loving, infatuation, all systems go. In their physical 3D space, we have the Queen of Cups. So we have so much water here. So it's a lot of love, love, love. She could represent them. She could represent you or another person in this reading. And she's typically known as forgiving, a very forgiving energy. She is always a mother. She's the type of mom that's going to be like, here's a cookie, don't do that again, I love you, go outside, you know. Very intuitive, very emotionally stable, very emotionally intelligent. On her shadow side, she can be, because she's intuitive, she can just be overly emotional and clingy, emotionally manipulative, things like that. Mentally, in your person's mind space, they're thinking about family with you and legacy and long term. So, you know, in their heart, it's full speed ahead with this Chariot. And in their mind, it's long term planning for the future. They see you as a long term person or family, somebody that they want to build a legacy with. And your outcome is the Nine of Cups. It's the wish fulfillment card. So, you know, whatever this fight was, or disagreement or separation, it looks like it's gonna just get resolved. And you guys are each other's wish fulfillment. So if you can let your stubbornness go and your guardedness go and let it go, Elsa, I think everybody's going to be a heck of a lot happier because, you know, their heart is wanting to move it forward and their mind is thinking really long term. And that's the wish fulfillment here. Okay. So let's get some more information. I mean, like, this is pretty much like I could be done right now, but we can keep going and get some more feelings and see if there's some more to say on this. Oh, this is the Heart's Hidden Secrets deck. We'll get their feelings. Please share pile two's persons for the most significant feelings. Pile two's persons overall the most significant feelings towards pile two this time. Please spirit. I'm sorry, I'm not getting directed. I wasn't getting directed to kind of stop. So. Okay, pile two. Running. So, running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. So, if there was that kind of a fight, or where's the fight? The fight, and y'all, both of you ran, and you're spending time alone right now. What else are there? Moons. It's emotional time. It's an emotional time. Okay, so bottom of the deck, running with Hermit. Thinking, missing you, craving, desiring. The Page of Cups can also be apology. So they could be in a space where they want to come forward with an apology. Because the pages are messengers, so they could be considering apologizing. Apology. I love this. I love this life. I love this life so much. So forgiveness, return, sorry, and I'm just gonna go ahead and make that so stinking big. Can't make that up. Oh my gosh. Curse, hex, witchcraft, negative mind. So whoever this person is, they could be like walking around going, I'm a cursed man. you know, maybe they, you know, were blurty and they sabotaged, because this can also mean sabotage, like sabotaging a relationship. And so they could have said some really crappy things. And they could be in a negative mental space. Occasionally the curse card could actually mean some negative energy or thoughts or whatever were sent that way, but it's rare. It's rare. It's more likely they're just walking around thinking they're cursed, like pouty, beauty, charming, graceful, kind-hearted. So that's definitely the Queen of Cups, 100%, right? She's gorgeous. She's just beautiful. She's beautiful, like overwhelmingly beautiful. So everything about her is beautiful. So they're thinking about how beautiful you are and apologizing to you, which was already like their space was the apology. Their 3D was the Queen of Cups. Second chance is going right under apology. OMG. I love my life. Apology, second chance. So they're going to come in with that apology, ask for a second chance. She's very forgiving. Remember I said that. And that means an apology. That can mean an apology. This is so cute. Like I told you earlier, the reading could really be over. It's just coming in and repeating itself. So, soulmates. So, deep love, unity, connection, which like I want a little bit of like, just came out at me right now because their heart is so full steam ahead and they're thinking about long term, and you guys end up doing everything you can think of to get this back on track. So, you know, just don't let any negative thinking ruin this soul connection, because you guys are both feeling it. You're both feeling like a deeper connection, and you're each other's wish fulfillment. You know, they're proud of each other. Like, look at my person. This is my person. You know, that's like how that's how that card means. Like the cat who got the cream. Look at all my cups. Look at my person. I'm so lucky. They're my wish. Okay, so let's see what they would say to you. I wish I knew. What was this one? My Soul Whispers deck by Bridget Rao just like up and left me. So if you know where that is, bring it back. Because that's the one I really wanted to use. Okay, so this is Sacred Union Messages by Pegasus Star. All right, let's see what they want to say to you. Please share with me. What does the Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? 6:16 on my actual time clock. The physical time, that's what it is. Texas Central Time. Please, 6:16 p.m. on this full harvest moon in Aries. And if you check the community tab, I posted a little information on that today. Please, Spirit, please share with me. What does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2 with this one? bottom of the deck. I think often of wanting to see you. So if you guys are alone, you obviously are alone and in separation right now. We know they're thinking about you. They want to apologize. They want some forgiveness and a second chance, right? I'm struggling to let go of the 3D world. So, you know, if they have materialism stuff or things they're attached to with work or just so caught up in the 3D, like making money. Sometimes it can be addictions, caught up with work, anything earthly. If this connection's been suffering because of that kind of stuff, they're on the struggle bus with letting that kind of stuff go. I dream of you. Secretly, I'm anxious to see you. Going right over the soulmate card. I love you to the moon and back. The Page of Cups would. The Page of Cups would right now. Full steam ahead. Go, go, go. Am I deserving of your love? So when they come back in with that apology, if you love them, you better scoop them up, because they might not be too sure or confident, and it might be a huge, big deal. And Page of Cups isn't known for being able to express themselves so well, even though they want to apologize. I'm trying to get my SHIT together. So yeah, they've got some 3D stuff going on. They're trying to get it together, and both of you are capable, just FYI, like 100%. This guy he's confident, he uses all his resources, every element, everything he's got around him to make sure stuff happens and gets manifested. So let's get some real quick advice. This is the soulmate deck. Okay. And the cards look like this. And you can pick colors. Like in my truth deck, I don't know if you guys have seen any of the other readings, but you can pick your colors. Like they have blue and green and I think orange and yellow. Like they have just about every color. So I picked pink and red. Okay. Please, Spirit, please share with me. What is some really good, awesome, significant advice for pile 2 in their person? Please share with me. Some really good, significant advice for pile 2 in their person. How to person's feelings, or some great advice for how to in their person. Some really overall and significant advice for pile 2 in their person. Codependency. So that can definitely go along with the I'm struggling to get my stuff together and letting go of the 3D world. And the Queen of Cups in her negative can be quite codependent. So if we're struggling with some earthly addictions, and you could be addicted to anything. It doesn't just have to be drugs, sex, and alcohol. It can be work, money, exercise, tarot card decks and crystals. It's hard. Essential oils. Divine union. Congratulations. And like, we already knew that, right? Like, this is just repeater, 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 repeater. So your head should be blown up right now. If your head's not blown up, it should be blown up. There's zero contradictory information. Keeps just repeating itself. Dreaming of you. Wasn't that on there? Yeah. 2 times. Dreaming of you 2 times. 2 times. Okay. Repeaters. Chaser. So we have runner and chaser, right? Very twin flamey. So is saying divine union. So if you're familiar with the twin flame journey, there's a little bit of a nod of that to here. And saying soulmates. There's a bit of a nod of that here. So if you think you're on that, and you can look it up. You can look up the twin flame journey. Unsure of desires. So we can tell they want to move forward. They don't know what you want because you're in 4 of Pentacles, verklempt, holding on, holding back. So, and there was something else, like when it was like, oh, am I deserving of your love? And unsure of desires. So if and when they come back with this apology, be real nurturing. If you want them to be around and you want this connection, because they're going to be coming in, doing the right thing, and, you know, just don't squish them when they come do it, because the page is just little. Don't squish them, you know. So they don't know what you want. So if you could, you know, be honest with them when they come in. I think there was something about that. No longer interested. So that's what they think. They think they're unsure of your desires and they think you're no longer interested. And can you let the past go? And that's your advice. So if you want this, you're going to have to let the past go. Just know when they're coming in, they're going to be chasing after your little butt. For sure, with that Chariot card, which was way down there. But, you know, they're going to be coming in kind of timid and scared and little because they don't know how you feel, because you're not letting anybody know, right? You're kind of like, I'm not letting you know nothing. So if you want this, you're going to have to let the past go and just don't, you know, just be gentle with them when they come in, because they're coming in despite being unsure if you're even interested anymore after what happened, and if you even like them anymore after what happened. So, that is so sweet. Well, pile 2, if you liked what you heard, please help the algorithm get these pick a card readings out with your likes, shares, and subscribes, especially your comments. Then YouTube knows what to do with it and send it out there and get the message out. If you would like a personal reading with me, check the description of the video below. It's a YouTube one-on-one like this, and I record it and you get to keep it forever. So that's what I have for you, pile 2. Have a great week. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you pick the labradorite crystal hearts and the Light Seers Tarot, you have found your reading and you are in the right place. So labradorite is awesome and it's really beautiful. I'm going to try and get maybe close works best with this one. It's hard to tell with each crystal, but there's beautiful little flecks in it. So this is for balancing emotions. It's for communication. It assists with anxiety. So I don't think you'd be surprised if you had, if you have a therapist or a psychiatrist or psychologist that has some of this in their office, because it assists with anxiety and it assists with communication, and it's grounding. It's also a spiritual stone that assists with connecting with the divine. So it's a great stone and it's beautiful. And I typically try to buy something in a heart if I want, if I can afford it, So welcome to the full moon in Aries tonight. I have some information about that in the community tab that I posted about. The readings are timeless, so don't worry if it's not a full moon. It's also a super moon. Everything you need to know about me is in the description of this video below, including how to get a personal reading with me. People really enjoy these pick-a-cards, so if you could please assist the algorithm and YouTube with getting the message out with your likes, shares, and subscribes, especially your comments. YouTube knows exactly what to do when you do all that kind of stuff. And I appreciate it, of course. Please assign all genders and identities as you wish and how it works for you. Tarot was made a long time before you and me, and it's the development of energies through the Fool's Journey, which you can Google. If you do not like shuffling, you can fast forward. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it. And in this instance, you can pick another pile. So let's get into this pile 3. Please, Spirit, please share with me. Pile 3's person, overall most significant feelings towards pile 3. Please, Spirit, please share with me. This person's overall most significant are getting sore. This is why I can't do 4 readings in a row. I can do 3 tops, and then I gotta take a break. Tonight would be nice if I would do the Aries reading. Normally I do fire signs on Monday, but I felt like a pick-a-card would be better for a full moon, and more people would be interested. Otherwise, fire signs would have been the only ones to get served in service today. So I was trying to be thoughtful. So my apologies for doing stuff out of order. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have 3 of Swords. So this is the grounding energy of the deck, or of the reading. And it's what's going to be permeating through the entire reading and what it's kind of about. So it's all about heartache, betrayal, depression, sadness. Like, look at her. She's like, have you ever felt like that? Look at her. I think that's her chin. I was worried her tongue was out. But if you've ever felt like that, you know. And like the traditional depiction of the card is 3 swords through it. So sometimes it can mean a third party. On occasion, it means surgical procedures and things like that. And then there's always a warning, because swords are usually thoughts and words, so be careful with choosing your words in the future. So right. So this is a good reading. So I'm thinking this is like a third party. Let's just see. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Because your person's overall energy is the Emperor. So the Emperor is the embodiment of all four kings. So he's the King of Cups, King of Swords, King of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. He is the man, and he's also the masculine energy in the Divine Masculine in the Twin Flame Journey, which you can Google, which is a high level soul connection. And I coach on this. My Twin Flame reading, I think I normally do it on Tuesday or Wednesday. So he's somebody that he runs a lot of businesses. He takes care of a lot of things. He's stable, incredibly stable. He's married. He's a father. He has a family. He's a leader. He presides over a lot. He can also represent an authority, a boss, always a father, always a father figure person. Your energy is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups she's really intuitive. She's known for being very forgiving. She's the type of mother that'll be like, okay, don't do that again. Here's a cookie. Go outside. Which, people can kind of take her for granted and treat her like she's dumb because she's so forgiving. And, on her shadow side, she needs to work on, having rose-colored glasses because she's so intuitive, emotional outbursts, occasionally being clingy, things like that. So that's the energy. So, your person is in this very stable, take care of everything energy, and you're in a very loving, like they could work together amazingly. Because she's so just loving and emotionally intelligent, has a high emotional IQ, and she's intuitive, loving, and forgiving. They would work very well together. In the past, difficulties, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So maybe y'all having different difficulties with being single or singleness or independence. That, or it's building a life that you no longer really know if you want. Like, okay, I've built this life, but for what? I did everything I was supposed to do, and now I don't even know if I want it. Why'd I do this? In the near future, you have the Three of Pentacles. So it looks like you guys will be working on this and building a future together. Your outcome is the Ace of Cups, just spoiler alert. So your future looks really good. It's innocent. It's a pure love. It can also mean pregnancy or birth of a female child. So be careful. In their heart space, they're keeping it a secret for now. They're kind of not revealing, and they're just kind of using their intuition to guide through it. So if you can't tell what's going on right now, just know, they're just kind of keeping it to themselves. She's an intuitive person. Spiritual people or tarot card readers and things like that are often depicted by this. So, sometimes when she comes out, I can be like, oh, well, they're getting readings on you. So they've seen, or they have intuition, or is your person an intuitive person? So, being that your space is the Queen of Cups, like they're this very similar with intuition. So she's a major arcana, and she's just the lesser version of her. So if you're an intuitive, like you're in their heart, you're in their heart, in their physical 3D space. We have the Nine of Wands, which the Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior card. So it's that song that I associate with it is I get knocked down, but I get up again. That song. So it's about being guarded, wanting to let your guard down, but so many things have happened over and over and over and over. You know, in one day you could like stub your toe, forget your keys, your passport, miss your flight, that kind of a thing. Or it could be over a long term of just a lot of stuff happening and you're just guarded. And so they desire to let their guard down. There's a desire to do it, but they are guarded at this time. Mentally, we have the Six of Cups, so it's about reminiscing and thinking about the past, and it can be about apologies. So if there was a fight, a separation, a heartbreak, a third party, they are thinking fondly of you right now and possibly about coming back and how to do that and how to apologize. But near future, you're working on it together, and your outcome is the Ace of Cups. So that could literally be the reading, but let's keep going. That could literally have been the whole enchilada. Let's see. This is Bridget Rowe's deck, the Ocean of Emotion. We'll get their feelings for you. Please Spirit, please share with me. Pile 3's person's overall and most significant feelings towards Pile 3 at this time. Please Spirit. Bottom of deck. I've made a fool of myself, and so they got heartbroken, and I've made a fool of myself permeating the deck right now. They are thinking on it. Determined, I'll never stop trying to do better. So it does look like you guys work it out, you know. You can go and stuck. I can't break out of these illusions. This is very 8 of Swords energy. They're in their head, like that zombie song. Zombie song in your head. I'm exhausted and drained mentally, emotionally, and physically. They are tired. They're so tired, which this energy sucks. It sucks. I need help, unhealthy, so that's going right over determined. I'll never stop trying to do better. So if there have been some unhealthy habits or toxic behavior, you know, addictions, whatever, self-sabotage, they know. They're in their head about it. They know it's unhealthy. Passion, you make me feel things I can't even describe. So that's going over stuck. So if you guys have done the passion, they're in their head about it. They can't stop thinking about you. Oh goodness. Okay. Truth. I know you can feel me and you're inside my mind. You know the truth I've been trying to hide. So it's going over tired, which if they feel like, because in their heart you had the High Priestess, and then in your energy you're the Queen of Cups. The High Priestess sees through everybody. She's intuitive. Like, you're not getting by her. So they really in their heart, they know that about you. Like, you know that song by Nicki Minaj, you see right through me. How do you do that? Yeah, that song by Nicki Minaj. That's how the the High Priestess is, just like that. Okay. So let's get some of, this is the His Situations deck. You can get it on Etsy still, I think. Please share with me, what does powerful person want to say? All three, this time. Person this time. Bottom of the deck. When I let you go, I really effed up. Yep. So somebody feels like they effed up and they're heartbroken and they feel like they made a fool of themselves. Woo-hoo. Okay. I spend a lot of time alone in my car thinking about you. I need my space right now. Yeah, like tears are being shed. Even if they're full-grown man that doesn't do that and never would do that and doesn't, they're doing that. They are doing that. People are starting to notice that I'm not my normal self. Yeah, they're depressed and they're sad. Like, they're right here. This is just like another shout out to that card, honestly. I'm starting to see that I cannot live up to other people's expectations to me, of me, and that's going over, I think about you in my car. So if there's like, I don't know, like family obligations, or, you know, like you guys had the Nine of Pentacles in both of y'all's past difficulties, and that can be about, you know, building this life that you no longer want. Like, what did I do this for? This is more of that. Like, this is like, okay, like I did all this and now I don't think I can do this anymore. I can't do this marriage, this relationship, this family stuff, whatever their obligations might be. They're like, why did I do this? This isn't even for me. This isn't even about me. You know, I'm tired. I need help. It's not unhealthy. It's unhealthy. Like, they're giving to something that, like, it's like if you go, it's a lot of things, but it's like, what if you wanted to do something with your life, but for instance, you know, your mom or your dad died and you had to take over the family restaurant or dry cleaning business or nail shop or insurance, whatever it is. They're starting to be like, this isn't me. I can't do this. I might be fantastic at it and have done this amazing job and made it like done great, but I can't do it anymore, and then if they built and created a amazing life with somebody that they met when they were young, and now y'all are in your 30s, 40s, probably more likely 40s or 50s or whatever, and it's just like, yeah, like we made this up when we were like 23. Like I am not that person. And we have all this stuff, and now I'm still working to do it all, and who gives a fuck, the truth is I'm scared to tell you the truth, so that's going over. I need my space right now. The life I'm living is not how I imagine. Exactly. They built somebody else's life. They built the life they were supposed to build or expected to build, and this isn't what they wanted. It's not what they thought. It's not what they envisioned for themselves. And they might be scared to tell you the truth about that if you are their spouse, because the Queen of Cups is always married. And she's a mom. And if they are afraid to tell you that, and they are afraid to break up the marriage, like they're afraid, like if unfortunately you are married to this person, they're afraid to tell you that they're not in this anymore. And then if you aren't married to this person, they're afraid to kind of tell you about these, family obligations, and the fact that they're stuck and they're tired and don't know what to do, or even why they effed up, which if you don't know that they might be married or in a relationship, I'm sorry, I just told you that. And so they might be afraid to talk about that. Let's do the truth deck. Let's get some advice. Let's get the truth. For real. Let's see. Please share with me. What is some overall and most significant advice for Poppy on this relationship? Some really great, significant advice for Poppy on this relationship. Please, Spirit. A really great advice. 3. Speak your truth. So whether it's you or them, like just come to the table and talk to this one, because there's going to come a point where you get to talk and work and build, and ultimately it ends, I want to remind you that it ends in the Ace of Cups, so this pure intentioned love beginning. So speak your truth so that we're building on proper foundations here. Reflect. So they are doing that. I mean, they had the Six of Cups was in their mind. So they're definitely doing that. They're reflecting, reminiscing, thinking. Choose you first. So especially if this person is married and in a commitment and it's gonna, and they're stuck in it and they have to like kind of break out of that and deal with all that stuff, make sure you are less focused on them and more focused on you, or you're gonna really get swept up in hurt. Alignment. So definitely choosing you first will bring this into alignment quicker. If you start fixating on them, what they're doing, are they getting their divorce, are they breaking up with so and so, are they leaving their company, are they talking to their parents, or like, it will slow everything down. So choosing you first will get you into alignment, and you know, this will come in divine timing. Be confident. Okay. Just know they're into you. Just know that about it. Just know that. There's going to be a lot with this, it looks like, via phone. So the communication will come in by phone. Confusion. And there's a help. Yeah, of course. Like when people, what was it? People, one of the cards said people are noticing that they're not acting themselves right now. So whether they're working somewhere that, you know, was predestined by their family, they're in a marriage that was predestined by their family, or out of obligation, or from when they were young. There's a lot to think about right now, and like an exit plan and how to do that would be confusing, especially if they think, you know, when they let you go, they effed up and they're heartbroken and they made a fool of themselves. Like, it's a heck of drama. It's a heck of drama. But just make sure you speak your truth. And the next card is let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Yeah, and strength came out. So be confident in strength. That is literally like the strength card in the tarot deck. And then be confident can also be the magician card. So that's what I have for you, pile 3. Please help the algorithm with these pick a card pile readings, especially if you liked it, with your likes, shares, and subscribes, especially your comments. It lets YouTube know what to do, and people usually really like these pick a card readings because they feel like they have a sense of control over it. And I appreciate your likes, shares, and subscribes, and I love hearing tea on what's going on with you. If you would like a personal reading with me, how to do that is below in the description of this video. It's a one-on-one Zoom meeting with me, and I record it, and you get to keep it forever. So happy full moon. Check out what I posted in the community tab about that tonight. It's like at 10:45 Central Time at its peak. And have a great week. Oh, it's in Aries. Have a great week. And it's a supermoon. Have a great week.